Tower to the star, Capricorn. You will be known for whatever this is that you're working on, that you might be feeling is moving too slow. Knight of Pentacles, that you might be giving up on. Five of Cups, Four of Cups. Tower to the star. Hey there, Capricorn. How are you? It's your Force Fairy here. Nice to see you again. Welcome in and welcome back to the 100 Acre Woods, where I read cards out here. So let's read some cards for you, Capricorn. We're going to start off with Life It's Like board game tarot deck, and we're going to do a 6-card spread, taking a look at the current, or the present. I was going to say the current situation, so maybe that's what we're going to take a look at. The current situation, the challenge, the opportunity, the energy that's around you, the goal, and some advice. And then we're going to clarify with the SHIMILTEI, I don't know how to pronounce it, tarot deck, for more messages, more information, and more clarity on this read. And it's a timeless read, Capricorn, so trust that when it finds you, it was meant to, and it's general. So take it, resonates, and leave the rest. And it's for all. Capricorn placements, wherever you have Capricorn in your chart. Let's get to it, Capricorn. Whoa! I'm going to keep shuffling that. Half the deck. There we go. Knight of Pentacles is the present moment, but I said in the opener the current situation, so I'm going to go with that. The current situation is the Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady, but things are moving very slowly, but at a steady pace. The challenge is the Strength card. That's what I'm hearing, is you're holding back. You're holding back, Capricorn. And this could be the reason why things are moving slowly. You could be holding back your creativity. You could be holding back your opinions and or your thoughts and ideas. It feels like to save the feelings or for the sake of other people's egos that are around you. I'm picking up ego with this. That's challenging. It could be other people's egos that are challenging. The opportunity, Four of Cups. I feel like you're dimming your own light, Capricorn. I really do. Okay, the energy that's around you, Knight of Swords. And this is where I think you're holding back with the 8. With the 8. There's an 8. The Strength card. I feel like you're with the Knight of Pentacles being the slowest knight, the Knight of Swords being one of the quickest, or in fact the quickest knight in the tarot. It's like you're holding back information, messages. It feels like for other people to either have a chance it's a real weird energy, Capricorn, because you're holding back your strengths, your abilities, your talents for the sake of others, and I don't know why. The goal, Page of Pentacles. Like you're acting like a page, Capricorn, in your industry, in your workplace. It could be in your family. You're acting like a page. For some of you, you are the baby of the family, but I'm just saying. Ace of Swords, and there it is. That's what the knight is wielding. Truth, clarity. So the advice is to speak it. The advice is to message it, is to communicate it. Knight of Swords, and quickly. To take opportunities to speak the truth. Tell the truth. Clearly see the way forward. And if you're the only one that clearly sees the way forward, take that opportunity. Don't wait. Knight of Pentacles to the Knight of Swords. Bottom of the deck. Ace of Wands, a brand new path. And right beside that Strength card, it's like that lion is looking right at that new path going, why are we still waiting, Capricorn? Why are we in this, like, it feels like a hold position? Yeah. It's like you're holding yourself back, Capricorn. You're in your own way. You're getting in your own way. And it feels like for the sake of others that, I hate to say this, Capricorn, that wouldn't do it for you. That's not to say that not to. You have free will. You can do whatever you want. But it's holding you are holding you back by not clearly speaking. It feels like speaking. It feels like, yeah. Aha, this is what you're avoiding. Conflict. I said Ace of Swords. I'm looking at this Ace of Swords. I want to get to it, but we will. Five of Swords. And in this Five of Swords, in your deck, it reminds me of the Five of Wands. So it could be that you're holding back, Knight of Pentacles, because your thoughts are imagining the conflict that would arise because of you taking action and clearly leading forward or speaking the truth. Knight of Pentacles is also clarified by 6. And again, there's that I want to be fair to others. 6 of Pentacles. I want to give other people a chance. I want other people to rise up, to take the opportunities. And the question is why? This could be just part of your makeup, the part of who you are, that you want to give everyone a chance, and you're willing to slow down the process. The example I have in my mind is when my kids were young, when they would offer help. Can I help? I would always, a very wise person said to me, never say no. When your kid offers you help when they're little, never say no. Because the more you say no, the less they will offer to help. And then by the time they become teenagers, you will ask them for help and they will reflect back or tell what they've learned, which is to answer, no, I don't want to give you help. It's almost not that they would be aware of, well, you didn't accept my help when I was 2 and 3 and 4. So now that I'm 14, 15, 16, I refuse. No. It's just that you trained them that you don't need them. Okay, that was very wise. I found that to be very wise. So when they were little, when they would ask for help, I would say, sure. And I would give them a job. It was all very good. And this was everything. This was everything I did. Every, domestic chore, every job that I did around the house. When they asked for help, do you need help? I would always say yes. Did it slow down my laundry process? Yes. Did it slow down my baking, my cooking, my cleaning processes? Yes. It slowed it down to a Knight of Pentacles, feeling like I'm not getting anything done, but I did it for them. Not because it benefited me, but because it benefited them. And wasn't that wise person who told me that very early on as a mother correct? Because now I have teenage kids that are more than willing to help. Anytime I ask them, hey, can you go downstairs and get me a roll of paper towel? Sure. Hey, can you bring wood in the wintertime? Sure. Hey, wood's here. We need to cut and split. Sure. That's what this feels like, Capricorn. That you are slowing yourself down. Maybe some would say blocking yourself, as I just did at the beginning of the read, but now I'm kind of getting a different vibe off this. Because the Six of Pentacles is a very generous card. Very generous. Very giving. And you are giving others, maybe it's younger Zoomers or Gen Zs in your company. Maybe they're fresh out of college. Maybe they just got the job. And you're giving them opportunities to get experience, to do the things that would take you minutes, seconds to do, a couple hours to do. And meanwhile, they're taking days, weeks, some of them even months, but they're getting the experience. That's what I'm picking up. So strength. So it takes strength to hold back. I know this is in the challenge position, but let's see what the strength has. Queen of Cups, and there it is. The very loving, giving of opportunity. Six of Pentacles with love, because you can see further ahead than just the immediate results. You can see that this young person, I don't want to say kid because I just told a story about my own kids, but I'm just saying this young person, fresh in the company, maybe an intern, maybe someone new, and you've been there for maybe a couple years or a decade or more, and you can see that they are going to do great things. Queen of Cups. You can see into the future. You see their potential, and you see that not only do you see, but you believe in their potential. Maybe they don't, and maybe you see something in them that they don't even see in themselves, or they know and they're confident and they're coming to you, Capricorn, and you know that you will have another right after them. Maybe you train, maybe you're a manager. You see them. Queen of Cups. Clarify, and there's the Five of Cups right underneath the Five of Swords. For some of you, this is as I just described, you believing, you seeing the potential in others. Maybe this is you believing and seeing the potential in yourself, Capricorn. Because as I said with the Five of Swords, the visual looks like the Five of Wands, battle, but it's thoughts, Five of Swords. And right below that are feelings, Five of Cups. Maybe you feel like a disappointment, Capricorn, and you shouldn't. And it's that Queen of Cups. These are energies within you that is nurturing lovingly your potential. Maybe you're not seeing the results. It's moving, like I said, too slowly. Knight of Pentacles. And you're ready to just give up, not interested. Four of Cups. We'll go there next. So this could be within you. Or, like I said, the example, this is a general read, so it could be your coworkers and fresh, new, young Gen Z co-workers that are coming in and you see potential in them. Okay, so Four of Cups. Clarified by the Tower, Capricorn. This is the opportunity. I really feel don't give up. And, wow, Tower to the Star. Tower to the Star, Capricorn. You will be known for whatever this is that you're working on, that you might be feeling is moving too slow. Knight of Pentacles, that you might be giving up on. Five of Cups, Four of Cups. Tower to the Star. Wow. It's going to blow up, whatever it is. Whether it be your business, whether it be your platform, whether it be your content, whether it be your sales. Maybe you have an online store and it's just moving so slowly. Maybe you have a little coffee shop, like a little local place, and it's like, I don't get any coffee. You change one thing. Maybe it's the roast. Maybe it's the price. Maybe it's just like bring your own, and it's something different. Bring your own cup, save half the price of the coffee, kind of thing. And you not only don't have to buy the cups or as many cups, because a lot of people are trying to save money themselves. And so you're with you trying to save your customer money, you're saving yourself money, and then it blows up. You get something on the local news, and the local news saying this young coffee, shop owner this is the promotion, right? Like there's something like that, and it blows you up. You become a star, whether it be globally, meaning over the internet, or locally in your own little town, part of the city. Maybe it's citywide, state, city, province. Like it's wow. Tower to the Star. And right in the middle of that is Four of Cups, not feeling seen. Well, you'll be seen as a star. Knight of Swords is the energy that's all around you. Knight of Cups. Okay, so speaking that truth, like I said at the beginning, the Ace of Swords is what the Knight of Swords wields, and here it is. With love from the Queen of Cups, taking action, loving words. And like I said, with the coffee shop, loving deals. Like I'm helping my customers save money, bring your own cup, get it filled up, whatever, And I get to save during the promotion the cost of cups. I don't have to order them. I only order half of them, that kind of thing. Two of Pentacles. Juggling everything. This is your energy, Capricorn. Yeah. It's like you're juggling between the head and the heart. I'm seeing it. Five of Swords, Five of Cups. Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups. Between the head and the heart. Okay. So it's like you're holding back for some of you, negative thoughts, negative narratives, negative, I don't know if it's yours or if it's coming from outside sources. It could be both. Watch what you consume, Capricorn, while you're in this state. It feels like of flux or of change or of transition. Watch what you consume, especially when it comes to media and music. Really pare it down to your area. Really get local into maybe showing up and speaking in a very, I heard the word classy, but it's like in a very passionate but neutral, with the Knight of Cups clarifying the Knight of Swords, so you don't come off as a know-it-all, or you don't come off as opinionated. You come off as someone who's really caring and loving. Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups, that's truly Ace of Swords, who you are. So it's being able to communicate in that way that other people can see that you are thinking not just of yourself as maybe a small business owner, coffee shop owner, whatever, but you're thinking of others as well. Like I said, it's this, at the very beginning, I got this feeling of you holding back, Strength card, so that others can rise up. And then the Tower and the Star come. So maybe something has to come crumbling down in your local political environment, so that some new, fresh ideas, fresh way of looking, and I'm thinking the new gen, the next generation, those Gen Zs are going to completely change our operating systems, how we operate. Okay, Page of Pentacles is the goal. And there it is. Like I said, you're acting like a page at the beginning of this read, but there it is. There's that I'm really getting a Gen Z energy off this. And I know that's not from my analytics. I talk to Gen Xers from my analytics. That's my audience. And so these are your kids, guys. These are your kids growing up, going to school, graduating from school, and really getting into the world to change it. So congratulations for raising really great people. Page of Pentacles is the goal. Queen of Wands. Now, this Queen of Wands kept coming up in the pre-read, the pre-shuffles. And do you see there's like this hand? It does not look like her own hand. Now, I know this is an AI deck. I completely know this, understand this. I still think it's beautiful and it speaks to me. But do you see that hand around her throat, around her throat chakra? And it's like, and that's why I don't know. It's funny that the Queen of Wands came out. I don't know if this is you holding back, if this negative narrative, these negative messages are you, or something outside of you wanting you to A, act like a page, or B, hold back your expertise or your opportunities for the next generation, but not to speak Ace of Swords, Knight of Swords, not to speak the truth. Yeah, there's something very odd about this, and I just noticed it. I've never noticed it before today. And it's that hand, and it almost looks like a ghost hand. Like, let's just compare the queens. I don't know if you can see it. I'll have to like take pictures of these and put it in editing, but I'm going to do this for now. Do you see the hand in the Queen of Cups? Looks like a human hand. This one looks like spiritual. Looks like, do you see the elbow and stuff? It doesn't look like her hand. Now, could it just be, you know how AI has problems with hands and all the rest of it? Could it be that? Yeah, sure. But the message I'm getting is there's something, an energy that doesn't want you, Capricorn, to speak the truth. Why? Because it could blow up and then people start listening to you? Who knows? Three of Pentacles. I always see this as Magi's. I see this as ancient wisdom in this particular Three of Pentacles. They're all on the same understanding, the same level, maybe the same frequency. It seems very Magi to me, this Three of Pentacles. And are you learning of this, Page of Pentacles? Are you the one, Capricorn, who is learning, beginning to understand the esoteric knowledge that is within you? Are you remembering? Is that the goal? And to share it. And the Three of Pentacles. There is not one of these Magi's that's higher than the other. In a traditional Rider-Waite-Smith image, there's always someone that's just a step up, that knows a little bit more, that has maybe a little bit more experience, a little bit more education, teaching to others what they know. Or that's what the image depicts. And so to go back to, if that's your storyline, go back to the story of you giving the next generation chances, opportunities to show their knowledge. Maybe they've gone to school just like you did 20 years earlier, but they've come out with a degree that may be slightly different, more advanced, but they don't have the experience. So you give them the experience, Capricorn, and then you see how they have pieced together the same information about the same systems that you have more experience in, but you are amazed at how they think, at how they put these things together, at how these new kids are more aware of everything. Let's just say not just the systems, computer or other ways, not just the way that the corporations work, the way the government works, not just that, but going deeper into psychology, going deeper into human behavior, being aware of, let's just say, office politics and not playing the games, calling out. Like maybe you're training them and they see and ask you, hey Capricorn, why do you let that coworker treat you that way? You know that's narcissistic behavior, right? And you're just like, what? I've been working with this person for 15 years. Yeah. And they just openly, truthfully, Ace of Swords, say, yeah, Capricorn, you don't have to put up with that. Did you know? And you're just like, what? Okay. Wow, like I'm really picking up that the new generation that just does not put up with what we Gen Xers kind of in the workforce go, well, that's the way work is. Well, that's work for you. Yep, no, my boss has always been that way. And these youngers are going, no, no, no. You know that's narcissistic tendencies. You know that's narcissistic behavior. You know you don't have to put up with that. Wow. I'm really picking that up. Okay, so the Ace of Swords is the advice. Clarified by Eight of Swords. And there you are holding yourself back, which is what I thought. And Queen of Swords. And so you speak. Libra energy. We got Cancer, Aries, Libra. And so you speak. Yes, indeed. And maybe it's these new youngers, these pages, these co-workers, these people in your life, magi's themselves that are awakening to your, maybe in another life you were a magi and you're just remembering and now you are going to speak the truth. Ace of Swords, Queen of Swords. Yeah. So the Ace of Wands, new gardens, new passion and desire gardens. Ace of Wands, clarified by the King of Cups. Look at you, Capricorn. Look at you. A new path. With the path, like this is Scorpionic energy. So the Scorpio, the depths of your wisdom, again, I kept saying magi, the depths of your wisdom, the depths of your knowledge, the depths of the psychological knowledge that you have. The wind has just picked up outside. This is the first day in a long time where I live in the 100-acre woods where it hasn't been hot. Like it's only about 22 degrees out Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. And it's windy and it's cool. I've got all the windows open. Air conditioning I've had the air conditioning on for a while and it's off, windows open, and the house is cooler than it was with the air conditioning on. So I'm just loving this. So when the wind picks up, when I talk about that King of Cups, it's like you're stepping into your own wisdom. It feels like soul wisdom. It feels like a magi. I saw it in the Three of Pentacles. It's like you're on a new path. You could have North Node in Scorpio. It's like you're on a new path of really deep understanding of human psychology. You could be going back to school, and this is why those around you are younger, right? If you're an ex or going back to school, you're on campus, you're talking to kids that are probably your kids' age, you could really be hopeful and seeing the hope star card in the next generation, in that Gen Z. Wow. And then the next ones that are coming up are the Alphas, the Gen Capricorns, who are going to rebuild what is going to be destroyed by the Pluto Scorpio generation. Wow. Okay. Let's get an oracle on this, Capricorn. Right there. Connection. The frequency of connection supports our ability to find alignment and resonance with others, things, and ideas. This is exactly what I'm talking about with that Page of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. Yeah. Bottom of the deck. And that which you might not see. First chakra. The energy of the root chakra supports our sense of safety in a physical world and reminds us to enjoy our physical bodies. So for some of you with this tarot card, your root chakra has been completely obliterated. This could be a loss of job, loss of your home, a loss of relationship, a loss of a marriage, where it just, everything that was built on, I don't want to say lies, I don't want to say falsities, I don't want to say, but it could be deception, lies, falsities that have been broken down, that you're rebuilding, especially for you older Capricorns that have either gone back to work, maybe your department or your job has been completely, I almost said obliterated, but that's not a good word. Destroyed, let's say. Eliminated. Again, these words sound very dramatic, but that's what I'm hearing. Whatever the case may be for you, Capricorn, you're rebuilding and you're doing it Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords with truth and clarity. I like to see it. I know, because I've been there. So let's get some angel numbers. I see 5, 6, 8. You're not being blocked or held back. Oh my gosh, that was the first cards out. You are just being encouraged to trust. you lack information only because the next phase of your journey won't be created until you make the next move. But know that the universe is on your side. Just know the universe is on your side, Capricorn. Let's do 481. 481. Angels are helping you reconnect with previous lessons so that you do not have to repeat old patterns. Yep, I've been there too, Capricorn. Let's do 623. Last one, 623. There's a feeling of moving up and moving on around you. Any blocks to communication and understanding are being removed. That's what I said with this Queen of Wands, is blocks to communication with that hand around her throat. It's just so you can understand. And coming out with the Three of Pentacles, which in your deck is a Magi's. I just call it the Magi's. When I see it, I'm like, oh, the Magi's have shown up. Yeah. So until you completely understand, there might be blocks to the way you communicate and how you communicate and what you say. You might want to say something and then hold yourself back, Strength card, and go, not right now. Oh, it's not the right time. And it could be your angels doing that. That's what that last message was about. And so if anything I've said in this read, Capricorn, resonates with you, please let me know in the comments below. And that's what I see for you. And I'm sure I'll see you again. Take care. From your Forest Fairy. Bye for now.